right. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Kia Hyundai channel. My name's Gabby and Charlotte is with me here today. She's just checking to make sure we have audio because we may have not had it the first time we filmed this video. Anyway, today's live stream, we're going to give you a walkthrough of the brand new 2024 Hyundai Santa Fe, which is completely redesigned inside and out, plus a look at the XRT trim level. This is our very first time filming the Canadian spec XRT here on the channel, and you better believe we're going to give you a full walkthrough so you know everything there is to know about this vehicle. We're going to go in depth on the interior, exterior, powertrain, and of course the new updated software. So, Charlotte, do we have sound?
We've got sound according to MG. I didn't even get the video up because it had to watch an ad. Speaking of ad, I'm going to do one for you guys who are watching live right now, and that's going to tell you about the 3 reasons why we do these videos. Ooh. So the first reason we do these videos is for those of you who own Kia or Hyundai product. We want you guys to be the own experts on your vehicles, which is why we do tips and tricks and do reviews like this. Yep. Second reason is if you are searching for a new or pre-owned vehicle for yourself or your family, why not consider Kia or Hyundai as a brand? They've done a lot of really cool stuff in the past couple years, and the Santa Fe, the redesign, whether you love it or hate it, it certainly is a testament to how the brand is changing. Third reason is if you live in Ontario, which is in Canada, and you want to purchase a new Kia or Hyundai vehicle, we want to help you guys with that purchase. Myself and Gabby are here at Brantford Kia, and of course we have a Brantford Hyundai and Owen Sound Hyundai as a part of our dealer group too, and I'm very happy to say that none of those stores charge any market adjustment fee or over MSRP. We sell at MSRP with all, fees and taxes, stuff like that. Yeah. Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
All right, so again, if you're watching our last video, so sorry there's no sound. I just want to check the comments to make sure the sounds are still good. And as always, because this is a live streamed car review video, we're doing this real time, no scripts, no nothing. Stuff happens, as you can tell. If you've been watching this channel for at least more than 2 videos, you probably saw something happen. Anyway, let's get into it. I'm going to start off with the exterior. Charlotte's going to tackle the interior and the comfort and tech and everything. But first, I want to start off with saying the XRT trim is is a trim that's very special. It's sat right in the middle of the Hyundai Santa Fe trim options. So it's right smack dab in the middle. However, it's not basic at all, and it's not overly plush, if that makes sense. So this trim level is going to give you ruggedness. What is ruggedness? Let me tell you. You're going to get an increased towing capacity of 4,500 pounds with that same powertrain that you get in all the other 2.5-liter turbocharged models, which is, again, very, very capable. You're also going to get H-Track all-wheel drive system with incorporated snow, mud, and sand modes, plus the addition of sport and normal and smart, so you have a great way of driving no matter how you like to operate your vehicle. We're going to start off by taking a look at the front end of the vehicle. I'm going to turn those lights on and meet you back at the front, Charlotte. One thing you'll notice on the new Santa Fe is the inclusion of all of those H motifs. So if you ever forget what kind of car you drive, take a look at the front end. There's a lot of H's.
It's not going to let you forget.
No.
This is showcased in the color Hampton gray. I saw MG was asking.
It's got a little bit of a green tinge to it. Again, maybe that's just our video bay and the brown sign kind of contrasting on it, but nonetheless looks really good, and the XRT comes in a bunch of fun, unique colors. For the actual emblem itself and just the accents on the XRT, you're going to see a lot of black or darked out materials, which you'll not necessarily get in the other trim levels. So starting off with the Hyundai emblem itself, it is flush, so it's a low profile finish, and it is a matte black material. The grille itself is a dark chrome. So again, even if it's not a matte black, it's going to be something dark, and everything looks very cohesive. It's also nice to mix up the materials to keep it a little more interesting to look at. For the headlamps, it's an H motif, and full LEDs is what you're going to get on the Santa Fe. So whether it's your DRL spanning all the way across the front end or the headlight unit itself, you can expect a lot of bright, sharp edges. But don't worry, you're not going to be one of those people blinding others on the road. This vehicle is equipped with great features like a smart high beam assist, meaning it will automatically shut off its high beams when it senses other cars around you.
Have we done a video on that if they want to learn more?
Absolutely. Now I'm going to pop open the hood so we can take a look at what powers this vehicle. If you're curious about all the options on the Santa Fe, don't worry. We've done a video on every trim level and what comes in what trim. But again, we'll focus on the XRT just for the sake of simplicity. This is by far my favorite powertrain that Kia and Hyundai offer. It's a 2.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. You get a hydraulic hood, which seems like it's not a lot to ask for, but a lot of cars don't have it. And in this 2.5-liter turbo, you're going to get 277 horse with 311 pound-feet of torque. That may not sound like a crazy number, but oh my goodness, in an SUV like this, it is extremely responsive, tons of fun to drive, but it still remains fuel efficient, even though this isn't necessarily a hybrid. Don't worry, you can get the Santa Fe in a hybrid too, though. what? Charlotte's looking at me like, you don't say. And then again, if you want to know more about the hybrid Santa Fe's, we've also done a video on that. When it comes to the transmission, it's an 8-speed wet type dual clutch transmission with paddle shifters. You may be wondering, what is a paddle shifter? What is a dual clutch transmission? These are all things I have the answer to, and we've done a video on it. Check out this channel. This is by far one of my favorite things about the vehicle other than the powertrain, and that is the wheels. So you're gonna get 18-inch alloys, so that blacked out finish alloy, with beefy Continental all-terrain tires. And if you couldn't tell by our shoes, we are also equipped for all-terrain.
Sport utility footwear.
Just kidding. But you can have the peace of mind knowing this vehicle can not only perform in all-terrain, but handle it quite well. So it can work, stop, everything. All-terrain tires are great. However, if you are doing a lot of daily driving, you may be worried about the noise that an all-terrain tire will give you, and they're quite peaceful, these ones actually. So I'm very impressed with their choice. When it comes to the actual styling of the vehicle, of course the body on the Santa Fe is going to be pretty similar. It's very rectangular across all trim levels. But on the XRT trim, you're going to get these really, really nice raised roof rails. They are, again, that black finish. For your pillars along your doors, you're going to get a lot of glossy black finish. But check this out. This is so cool. We have, this one's locked,
I was going to say, I think that one's locked.
Nice. Let's go to the other side. I just want to show you guys something real quick. And it doesn't have to do with the pillars at all. Charlotte, if this one's locked too,
it's not.
I'm ending the live stream. All right, so we have a grab handle, and I'm not really equipped to show you guys what this does today. Maybe Charlotte can do it.
I will.
So you can utilize that grab handle to get on top of your vehicle or just a better viewpoint. And this is great not only for if you utilize roof storage, like cargo cover, oh my gosh, roof cargo rack or a kayak, whatever it may be. But also, we live in Canada. Our cars get coated in snow. You can actually get all that snow off your roof without reaching your brush over and smacking your roof.
And it's so easy with the grab handles and these beefy tires. Guys, I did it in heels.
Yeah.
Like, that's how easy it makes it.
Yeah.
Also, these are nice because you can lock them. We have a video coming on that at 6 p.m. tonight. You may not get a notification, so make sure that you are checking out YouTube around 6 p.m. tonight to check that out.
So not only can you stand on the tire, you can also utilize the actual...
back with you if you want.
Perfect. You can also utilize the actual door, so this will give you more of a advantage because you're in the center of the vehicle rather than being right where the rear tire is. But nonetheless, it's great. You can utilize both sides, so left or right, whatever you use most. And of course, like Charlotte said, you can lock it. So if it's something you'll never use, don't worry about it. All right, along the back, this is what makes the Santa Fe very controversial, the rear end. So I actually quite like it, and there is a reason why this vehicle looks this way. And it was styled this way. It was meant, I think they said that they built it from the rear out, and that was because they wanted to focus the entire vehicle around the opening space of the trunk. So the trunk is very impressive, almost a 90-degree angle that it opens at. Something that you see largely only in minivans or very, very, very big vehicles. Think like a Tahoe or the Grand Wagoneer, you know, big gas guzzlers. Now we have a great amount of space usable not only for loading things, but also just stacking things in your vehicle. If you're a mom, if you're a pet owner, whatever it may be, you have room for whatever life could possibly throw at you in the Santa Fe. Another thing I really do like is the fact that almost every single trim level has a 7-seater configuration. So that means you can comfortably sit 5 people if you have the third row down and still have a ton of cargo room. If you're looking at competitors like the Kia Sorento, you can't necessarily do that because almost every trim level is a 6-seater with captain's chairs, meaning you can only drive 4 people around while utilizing the big amount of storage in the back. But Charlotte, do you want to take a look at the trunk space?
Yeah, absolutely. And if you guys are a little bit more curious on what the trunk space is like too, we have actually done a video comparing it with its competitor, the Kia Sorento.
Yeah.
So I highly recommend checking that out if you're in the market and comparing those two vehicles for space. But you can see we've got a 12-volt back here, we got seatbelt clips, rear air vents for the third row, and we still have USB-Cs, cup holders, household outlet, tons going on in the back. Also some nice lighting too. So nicely illuminated, tons of space.
One thing that we don't get on the Santa Fe is a spare tire. We do get a mobility kit. That is something that I think could totally be included in this vehicle, but it's not. Womp womp. I'm not a fan of that, but nonetheless, I think everything else is extremely impressive. The overall ride of the vehicle, didn't drive this one, but we have driven the other ones. The calligraphy and the trend, not trend, oh my goodness, the luxury, and same powertrain. It was phenomenal, very, very responsive, quick off the start, but also smooth. And just all the comfort features that you get, it's a rugged trim, yes, but it's also very refined. You don't feel like you can get this trim level and miss out on other things. Another thing I want to point out on this specific trim, the XRT, you're going to get 1 inch of increased ground clearance, and you're also going to get higher approach and departure angles. Now that does not mean take this vehicle off-road, do not take it mud bogging, do not take it through a river, do not do that stuff with it. But for whatever a normal life would throw at you, if you go camping, cottages, you know, dirt road, something like that, it can handle it, no problem. But it is certainly not built to climb rocks or stumps and trees. And
it's not 4x4.
No, it is not a 4x4 trail-rated Jeep. And it's not trying to be. All right, let's take a look inside now, though.
All right. So I'm very much excited to show you guys the inside of this vehicle because we've seen the Ultimate Calligraphy, which really has everything. We've seen the luxury trim, which really focuses on that premium interior feel. And now we get to take a look at the rugged interior without sacrificing those amazing tech and safety features. So let's take a look inside. We do have a digital key too in this vehicle too. So that's how you can get into the vehicle. That's your smartphone integration essentially. Which is a lot of fun, and you can see all of those details. We have some nice leather. We've got tons of different ways to configure your seat. You've got your regular 6-way, and then of course you've got 2-way lumbar support too. I'll hop in here. You can see we got some chrome accents. We've got your mirrors, which are power adjustable, and also power folding. There we go. Very nice.
So when I lock this vehicle, they're gonna fold in?
They're gonna fold in, that's right.
Nice.
I know a lot of people like to ask that. You're gonna have your window controls here too, and then also child lock for your windows. Now, one button that I am particularly amped about, I already talked about the seat, so we're good, but good job, girl. One button that I'm particularly amped about, it's gonna be in this section, and I'm curious if you guys know what it is.
Oh, traction control.
Not traction control, but I will start by talking about on this side, and I'll move over and end with that one. So you do have an electronic parking brake. You have your brightness adjuster for your digital instrument cluster. Also, you're gonna have your tailgate control. Up top, traction control, like Gabby mentioned, to turn it off. And down below, we have tow modes. So Gabby mentioned that we have 4,500 pounds of towing capacity when properly equipped. But I love that this vehicle is including tow modes because it really is so rugged. And what tow modes is going to do is basically it's going to change the powertrain shift mapping depending on the load that you are bearing. And from that, you're actually able to go and adjust a rough amount of what the weight is going to be in your settings. That way it's going to be a bit of a smoother drive for you too. We also have some really cool cameras in this vehicle that are going to make it a lot easier to line up a trailer. So I think that everything has been really well designed to give it that rugged, easy to use feel. And we'll show a little bit more of tow modes when we go in here. But other than that, your steering wheel, very comfortable. It's leather wrapped, it's heated. You've got your driving controls on one side, like cruise control, lane keep assist, lane follow assist. Running out of breath. And then over on this side is going to be your media controls, virtual assistant media modes. And behind that, we've got our paddle shifters too, as Gabby mentioned, for that super fun 8-speed wet DCT. Other than that, just lights and wiper blades, of course.
Sweet.
And I'll have Gabby come around to the side.
Sure. I saw a comment asking about tow mode in a DCT and asking why would they have a high towing capacity on a dual clutch transmission vehicle. And I don't really have a reason for that. However, I will say in modern day dual clutch transmissions and what we see with Kia and Hyundai with their increased towing capacity vehicles, they are incorporating a lot more technology into the actual towing aspect. Like, yeah, any manufacturer can say the towing capacity is this, but we do not often see tow modes and, you know, things like trailer anti-sway built into select trim levels. When you get to the XRT on the Santa Fe or the X Pro in Kia's lineup, that's where you get those additional features that are meant for towing. So it's not just a brand ploy saying, oh yeah, you can tow with this, and customers are like, oh, great. But this vehicle is purposely built for that.
It's intentionally designed, and I'm so excited to see how it does in the real world too, and to try it out for myself. With that being said, is obviously there can be a lot of hot things to say around Hyundai and the inclusion of a DCT. If you have not seen our DCT best practices video that we posted last week, go and check that out. Yes. Definitely recommend it, and maybe you'll learn something new. But we'll also show some of those features today.
Yes.
But let's hop inside. Over on this side, you are going to have your column-mounted shift-by-wire, which makes it so great that we have these paddle shifters. And absolutely, our stars of the show are going to be our dual 12.3-inch screens. So we have our digital screen for our instrument cluster, so digital speedometer, digital tachometer, changing in the center. Something I also, there we go, Oh, the controls are backwards and that keeps messing me up. It's done this every time. Something I love is this is an all-wheel drive vehicle. It is front-wheel drive biased to give you a little bit better fuel economy. So I love using this screen to see when that power from the rear is kicking in. So that is super fun. But when I say stars of the show, we all know what the real one is, don't we? It's the fact that this vehicle is equipped with a wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which means you can wirelessly stream our podcast, Trunk Talk. So if you want to talk about DCTs, if you want to talk about CVTs, we've talked about it, we've done it. Let's have some fun and talk about really cool mechanical aspects of vehicles. With that being said, we can go back to the Hyundai screen and you can see that we are running our new software with the capacity for over-the-air updates. Woohoo! So with that being said, I think I'm actually going to use the search button and I'm going to search tow modes and we'll see what we can find. There we go. It's up at the top.
So back to what I was saying about how this vehicle is purposely built to tow. Santa Fe's and Sorrentos of the past did not have this incorporated feature where you can actually select the weight. Now the, I guess, concern was a dual clutch transmission, right, Charlotte?
Yes.
Which is a different transmission. It's not
Yes.
a regular automatic, which most manufacturers use for towing. Now we have a dual clutch that's purposely built for towing. It's meant to withstand these loads. Smart.
Very cool.
That's all.
Moving on. But also what you guys will notice is this is new for our Hyundai and Kia vehicles is I was able to actually utilize the search function too to take me to a specific feature. With this search function, I can also search for contacts. I can also search for locations. I can do a ton of stuff with it. And I love how easy that was to use. I mean, you guys saw it. Additionally, our screen is super responsive and able to be customized too. And again, same thing. If I want to move something around, I can do so too. So tons to do here. I absolutely love this screen. It's just like my phone. It's way easy to use. And I think that if this is a new car, or you're not used to new car tech, you're going to find this really easy to use. And it's a great setup. Personally, I prefer this setup to maybe what Kia is doing right now because everything is laid out in front of you. You still up top have your media controls and then climate controls in the center. We have our multi-zone climate control, which means I can set it to one, Gabby can set it, and then you can also change it from the rear. We'll turn off the rear.
It's another win for the Santa Fe.
Absolutely. So many options for climate control.
Sorrento doesn't have rear.
It does not. I mentioned that we do have heated seats in the front. Now on the pre-production unit, it did have ventilated seats. We do not actually see that in that trim. We see it starting on the luxury. You're still gonna have recirculated air, front and rear defrost too. And then down here, some more driving features. These are gonna be great, especially when it comes to your utilization and driving with the DCT. You do have auto hold, which again, if you haven't seen our best practices on DCT, you wanna check that out and see why we love having that. And then of course your drive and terrain modes too. So for drive modes, we've got 3. We have normal, sport, and my drive, which is customizable. And then terrain, snow, mud, and sand as well. Moving over, we have idle, stop, and go. Gabby, what's this one?
Downhill braking assist.
Thank you. I say that wrong every single time. Again, that's also excellent to have in a DCT. Check out that video if you want to know why. And let's take a look at our parking cameras. So I mentioned we have some cool angles. So this is just going to be your regular rear view camera. And then this is what we like to call your hitch camera. So if you have a hitch on there, look at how easy it will be to line up what your trailer is to be able to properly attach everything. And then you can also get a wider angle too. So this is great. It fills the whole screen. This is a 12.3 inch screen. So there's a lot to fill there.
It's a big picture.
You can also, of course, adjust the settings too. And we do have parking sensors. When this is illuminated in orange, they are active and on. Or if you want to turn them off and don't want that beeping, you can simply do so too. Now down below, I'm going to move my phone. We have a wireless phone charger here. In the Ultimate Calligraphy, we have dual wireless phone chargers, but this is still nice to set your device because it's got that nice non-slip material. And then if you do want to use wired CarPlay, you can do so with a USB-C, or you can simply switch that to be just for charging, not for connectivity. And then here's going to be another USB-C for charging, and this will show if your wireless charger is working or not. Well, not working or not, if it's charging your device or not. We'll take a look at the key. So you've got your regular key. I think the key looks outdated, if I'm being completely honest, especially with just the appearance of this vehicle. Like, this is so round and this is such a boxy vehicle, but you do have remote start, lock, unlock, panic button, everything like that. And that was fun. You have a little actual key which can be used in locking your C-pillar grab assist. But again, stay tuned for tonight's video on that. Still got cup holders. We've got our center console here. It is bilateral, so it opens from this side, also opens from the other side. And then up top, we do have a single pane sunroof. We've got some nice bright lighting. Nothing crazy with the headliner or anything like that. Yeah, that's really gonna wrap it up for the front. We have upstairs, downstairs glove box, tons of H motif.
Oh, upstairs? Good for sunglasses or anything?
I don't think it's good for sunglasses.
Oh, okay.
If I'm driving and I put this in here and I take a turn, they're flying to the other end.
Okay, not good for sunglasses, good for other things. If you're going to the beach or something, you want to leave your wallet and stuff in the car, leave it there.
Yeah.
It's out of sight.
It's like a decoy. It's unassuming.
Out of sight, and a lot of people won't even, they
That's what I was
won't
thinking.
know. Unless they watch the Kia Hyundai channel, they're not going to know
Like
that that's the storage
It's
compartment.
unassuming, right?
Under here we have your glove box, plate bracket, you know, the usual. All right.
The one thing I didn't show, and I'll just have you show it if you're able to, is we do have XRT badging on the seats or embossing. So you can see that is a fun little interior detail.
Sweet.
Oh, down below, we got more storage here.
Yep.
More storage, a 12 volt.
There
so
we go.
Tons of space.
That's actually a lot of storage. I can't necessarily get the angle that good. Let me get out of the car. All right, lots of storage space in there, and it's pulled through, and then you have a little 12 volt right over there too for any sort of powered devices, your inflator perhaps. Power seats for the passenger. I did see someone ask about no UV sanitation, so you don't get it on the XRT trim. You're gonna get that on the Ultimate calligraphy here in Canada.
You do have some integrated sunscreen, so that's great if you have kids in car seats. Still have cup holders on the door.
Two
Cup
small one
holders.
and a bigger
And
one.
you have a little convenience pocket down at the bottom too.
One at the very bottom. All right.
Now, at first glance, if you're like, Charlotte, I can't believe that this vehicle does not have rear air vents. It does. They're column mounted.
Ooh.
So there they are. So again, seeing them in the second row, seeing them in the third row, love to see that. And they're not here because we do have more storage. So a little hidden compartment here, slide that back in. We still have plastic pockets for storage. We've got 2 hooks, USB-Cs, and yeah, tons of room in this vehicle. This is an all-wheel drive vehicle. So I absolutely love that even the second row, look how low the hump is. The carpet was even pushed up a bit.
It's barely even there.
Now you're gonna get a little bit of a bigger one in the third row, but the bulk of people are gonna be back here. But guys, even sitting in the middle, tons of space, tons of footroom, tons of headroom. Like this is crazy.
Yeah.
Love that. Handles, lights, hooks, showing the center too. Still armrest and cup holders. All right,
Shall we check out the back?
let's check out the third row. How easy is it to get in there?
Super easy. So if you're loading up your kids, you can push this and it allows the seat to fold in and slide. From there, you do have this nice side step that you can step in. Now, of course, it's going to be a little bit easier to get into the back on models that have the captain's chairs, but again, this is so easy. And depending on where you leave your car seats and whatnot, you'll find which side works better for you for ease of entry.
Just gonna knock these up. These are also very easy. You can see I can do it with just one hand.
Are you coming in this way?
Yeah, I'll do it the normal way this time. I
Okay.
keep getting flamed. But again, super easy to make my way into the back.
And she did it in heels.
And I did it in heels.
Stilettos, mind you.
The nice thing too is there is a handle here, integrated handle. So if I need to grab that to brace myself to get out, I can do so very easily.
Where's the handle? There
Right
it
here.
is. It's so hard to film.
Yeah, seatbelt clip too.
Awesome.
There's also little clips back here if you want to utilize a cargo net when these are down. But again, still tons of headroom back here. Surprising amount of legroom for a bonus row. You know, this is a smaller, it's not going to be as big, of course, as the Telluride or the Palisade. This is going to be a smaller third row, but still a good amount of space back here. Rear air vents, cup holders, everything I've talked about before.
If you got tall kids, they'll have so much headroom.
Yeah, yeah.
If you have tall kids with short legs.
Perfect. They've got long torsos.
Yeah, long torso kids. All right. Take another look at the back end since it's so controversial. Your single tip exhaust. Your reverse lights are down there.
That's a hot topic.
It's hard to reach. So you can, of course, adjust the height on the power lift gate if it's a bit too tall for you. And look, specialty XRT badging. I think it looks very nice.
H-track
Ooh
all-wheel
la la.
drive.
There is also some specialty badging along the side of the vehicle, which we can check out. I quite like this. It's just Santa Fe, so that's going to go across all trim levels, but I do think, especially on the XRT, it pops. It looks really good. I'm always one that really likes mix and match colors. So maybe not mix and match, but just a blend of different materials. So the amount of shiny black that we get with the mix of some chrome and matte finish is quite nice. If you haven't seen our previous Santa Fe videos, these are actually active air shutters. So that's going to allow air to cool the interior of the vehicle and of course maintain everything at optimal temperature, your engine, transmission, whatnot. All right, let's see. Flip the camera and answer some of our viewer questions.
All right.
Ooh, price.
Price
$46.
$9.99.
Yes. Alrighty. Anton said, I just hate this boxy look. Maybe it's just me to hate it, but I hate it. That's fair. It's definitely not for everyone. That's why I think it's still nice that SUVs are all over the place in styling. They don't all look the same, which is quite nice.
A couple people are asking again about the color. It's Hampton gray, so it is gray.
Again, a little bit green depending on the light.
Yes.
If you're wondering why me and Charlotte are both dressed up in black and green, we were supposed to film a green.
It's supposed to be the Rockwood green, and we actually, this is like the one time we tried to coordinate and it didn't work out.
Yeah. Every other day we're wearing the same outfits, it's just by chance.
Yes.
All right.
A couple people are asking if there is a tire mount underneath. I don't think so, but I can shove the camera under there and you guys can tell me.
Yeah, I was going to check that, but I don't think I'm equipped for that today.
I'm literally going to go and put the camera underneath and y'all tell me what you see. Aside from up my nose. I can't tell, so mostly because I can't see.
Here, I'm watching the feedback
What do you
footage.
see, Miss Girl?
Not much.
Yeah. Yeah, it's looking like nope to me.
This feels invasive.
Yeah. So that was your in-depth look, going where no car reviewer has gone before, apparently.
We're in the pits.
Yeah.
What? I'm going to tilt this
Little
up a little.
do-si-do there from
Someone
us.
said, I see rust. All right.
Yeah, nope.
Maybe, but not a full size. I'll have a... What? Oh boy. What's the warranty offered by Hyundai? So Hyundai offers 5 years, 100,000 kilometers of comprehensive and powertrain warranty. Let's see. The US model has room for a tire mount underneath. Can you confirm if we have that here? I will have to actually get it on a hoist before we can. We need to take a look at it. I didn't see anything from that. And I love the channel, but I'm not about to go climb under it right now. I'm not going to do that right now. Let's see. Are those actual lights on the side, red and orange, or just reflectors? These are reflectors. Let's see. Are those the only rims this SUV comes with? For this specific trim level, yes. And this is, again, from factory. Rims, wheels, those are always something you can change in the future. If you're not a fan of a certain tire that comes with the vehicle, change the tires, keep the wheels, whatever you want. Change the wheels, keep the tires. There's so much you can do. The possibilities are endless. But on this one, this is the only trim level of the Santa Fe where you're going to get all-terrain tires. Every other trim level, you're going to get all seasons, which is usually the standard here in Canada, correct? Yeah. All right, any info on how to get the NHL edition? So you would have to contact your local Hyundai dealer or your preferred Hyundai dealer in your province or wherever you may live. It is very, very limited, so there's only 500 units. I'm not sure if all of them have been accounted for yet, but you should certainly inquire. Me and Charlotte work for a Kia dealer, and that's why I don't know the specifics. But our Hyundai stores, it seems that they are fully booked for that. All right, availability of orange terracotta, same thing. You would have to contact your local Hyundai dealer depending on where you live. There may or may not be some that are available, some that are on order, whatever it may be. Samrath wants me to read his comment. I want to know which one of you called me a child because I'm definitely not that young. It was a way of speech.
It was a mutual decision.
Oh boy. Can this tow all of the wooden furniture in Pat's office? We can try. That's our next video.
Yeah, that's our next video is Pat's office makeover.
Ryan answered that each dealer is going to get between 2 and 3 allocations. So thank you, Ryan, for your inside scoop. Ryan knows everything, honestly.
Ryan works for the Kia Hyundai channel.
Yeah. Let's see. Black exterior with the orange terracotta interior. Ooh. Well, we don't get an orange terracotta interior here, but we do get the terracotta orange exterior,
Which is
and
very
get a
fun.
black interior. All right. Any questions you want to answer, Charlotte?
I'm just taking a look.
I like this SUV. That's all I have to say. I do like it.
Final thoughts?
Final thoughts? Let me know what you guys think. That is my final. For not being scripted, you two do a very good job.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. It would be very concerning if this was scripted because we'd be doing a very bad job.
Oh my
if
goodness,
this is
yeah,
scripted.
the chaos.
Yeah. But yeah, we typically don't really plan this out.
No, we just show up. Usually we don't even know what car we're doing.
For the longest time, we would get the car that we were filming maybe like 20 minutes. 20 minutes on a good day before it was time to go live. So it was just like trying to remember everything about that car.
Also, big shout out to Paul Williams. He sent us 20 pounds. So that was very kind of you, Paul. Thank you
Paul.
so much.
That is very, very nice of you, Paul.
But I think, oh, here's a question. Will we be at the New York Auto Show? Ask Pat about that.
I don't know.
Ask Pat.
We won't be there for Media Day, that's for
No.
sure. Or I won't be there.
I don't
Hey, maybe you can. All right, you guys, thank you again so much for watching. We do have a video being posted at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. And that video is what, Charlotte?
It's going to be a little bit more of some Santa Fe content. It's going to be all about those C-pillar assist handles. So make sure that you stick around for that. You may not get a notification, but that's also your reminder to turn on post notifications and to subscribe to the Kia Hyundai channel.
I can't really read that, but I think Zoran said he misses my old laptop. I miss it too.
No, you don't.
No, I sold it. All right, everybody, thank you again for watching. See ya.
Bye.